You're scrolling through old messages. You see a group chat you got quietly removed from. Your stomach drops. Your hands feel cold. Nobody hit you. Nobody threatened you, but your body is reacting like it just escaped a predator. The real answer is far stranger than embarrassment. For most of human history, this feeling wasn't overreaction. It was survival. Ancient humans didn't fear death the way you might think. They feared something that led to it: being cast out. In 2003, psychologist Kipling Williams ran an experiment called Cyberball. Volunteers played a simple ball-tossing game on a screen with two other players. What they didn't know was the other players were computer programs. After a few throws, the program stopped passing the ball to them. Just a game. Just pixels. But brain scans showed something startling. The same region that lights up during physical pain, the anterior cingulate cortex, activated the moment people were excluded. Being left out didn't feel like sadness. It registered as injury. Why would a video game trigger something that primal? Because for nearly all of human history, exclusion was a death sentence. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar spent decades studying social groups and found humans evolved to function in bands of roughly 150 people. That number wasn't arbitrary. It was the size a group needed to hunt, defend, and share food. Step outside that circle alone, and your odds of survival collapsed. No weapons factory, no solo farming. Just you against a world with teeth. So the brain built an alarm system, a social smoke detector, more sensitive than almost any other warning system in the body. Long before you could think it through, your nervous system had already sounded the alert. That's why a slow reply, a cancelled plan, or a joke you weren't in on can still spike your heart rate today. Your ancestor's brain isn't gone. It's running the same code, just in a world that no longer matches the threat. Here's where it gets stranger. Psychologist John Cacioppo, who studied loneliness for over 20 years, found that chronic social isolation doesn't just feel bad. It changes the body. Elevated stress hormones, disrupted sleep, inflammation markers rising, similar to what shows up under physical threat. The body treats prolonged exclusion the way it might treat starvation or injury, a slow-burning emergency instead of a single sharp one. Modern life buries this ancient alarm in an unfamiliar landscape. You're rarely one bad hunt away from starving, but your nervous system doesn't know that. A muted notification, an unanswered text, a group photo you weren't in, these register on the same circuit built for a much older danger. Rejection by 3 strangers in a research lab shouldn't matter at all. And yet it does, because the brain isn't measuring the actual stakes. It's running an ancient shortcut. Consider what this means for a moment. Every time you feel that hollow drop in your chest after being left out of something small, you're not being dramatic. You're not weak. You're running software built by hundreds of thousands of years of a world where the group was the only thing standing between you and the dark. There's a flip side worth noticing too. Because the fear of exclusion is so ancient, so is the relief of belonging. Researchers studying oxytocin, sometimes called the bonding hormone, have found it spikes during moments of trust and connection, cooperative work, shared meals, physical closeness. It's the ancient reward for staying inside the circle. The warmth you feel at a dinner with old friends isn't just pleasant. It's your body confirming, on a deep and wordless level, that you are safe. This is why loneliness cuts so sharply, and belonging feels so disproportionately good. You're not experiencing 2 separate emotions. You're experiencing one very old survival system doing exactly what it was built to do. So the next time your stomach drops over something as small as a group chat or a joke you weren't part of, remember what's actually happening underneath it. It isn't a character flaw. It's not fragility. It's an alarm system older than language, older than agriculture, older than most of what you'd call civilization, still quietly checking whether you're safe inside the circle. You weren't hit. You weren't threatened. But somewhere in you, an ancient watchman just checked the group and noticed your name wasn't on the list.